All right, guys. So I was asked to put a green screen video together. And what we're going to do here is I just finally got the office sorted out exactly the way that I wanted it set up, because I've been up and downstairs. We're getting big as a family. And the boys are just finishing up a certain level of school, so we're going to wait until we move to a new house till next year. So that being said, what happens is I need to find a new place for the office and get this green screen set up. So I've been upstairs, downstairs, in the garage, I've been everywhere. I didn't even have an office last week. Everything was just floating. But now I've kind of found it where I want it. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you how to set up a quick green screen, the tools that I have, and just how to make it really super easy for yourself. Now, you're going to need some green, okay? I'm spoiled. We're going to go on a little bag of tricks right here. I am spoiled, and don't worry, I'll do some fast forward. You don't have to watch this whole thing painfully being done. But I'm spoiled because we have a family member who's in the movie industry, right? So I have green screen. Check it out, I'm a floating head with just hands, woo, right? So this is green screen fabric. This is like legit. Now I just want to keep it on this wall. So I'm gonna use, let me just get it. I'm gonna use some tacks here. Just some tacks, right? Little tacks. Little tacks. Now, quickly, I'm going to show you the two types of tacks. I'm going to get in here so you can see. This is the green tack. Use a green tack because then you won't have a random dark blue tack in your green screen. So when you remove everything, you have blue to get rid of. Anyways, it's all good. So what we got to do is we got to put this, there's like a fire somewhere. Like this is like been crazy. I've been waiting for these things to go away. But hopefully everyone's all right. So what we got to do with the green screen is, this one's cut kind of funny. I'm going to do all the trimming and stuff afterwards, but I'm just going to walk you guys through this. That's a little tape I had. You'll see once you know how to use these things, you're going to start playing with them all over the place. So here's the green screen. Now what's important to understand about the green screen is that you want it up there, right? You want height, you want it down, you want to be able to get in the whole camera. Now for me, I want to keep it snug there. You know what? I'm just going to pause it and go get a stepper stool. We'll be right back. Okay, I don't have a step stool. So I used a dining room chair, which I'm sure is going to go over really well with my wife. She's going to love that. So the key with the green screen here for me is that I want this to be up top. Now, I've cut this so many times and done so many things with it. I can put a little fold right in the side of it so we get a clean seam. And these tacks, when you go right in the corner here, you're going into wood. I used to be a framer, so I can tell you it's a real pain in the ass in the corner, right? That's what it's going to do. Now the other thing you're going to want to make sure that you do with your green screen is you want to make sure that it's tight, right? Because any crinkle or crease, because you're probably not going to have the most killer setup in the world, any crinkle or crease is absolutely going to destroy you, right? It's just going to absolutely destroy the video you're trying to make because it changes the color of the green, right? And we don't want that. So there we go. We got a nice little tighty there, right? Super tight. We got a little bit of folding fabric. As you can tell, I got a light over there. So that's that. I'm going to leave that light on. Now I've got some plugs down there. I don't like to cover plugs, so I'll end up not using that, but I needed it for the light here for right now. So that's what we did. But let's move our little step stool. Right, let's move this back. Now, one thing I actually want to do here is I want to do 2 layers. So, like I said, I'm spoiled. I have all this green material. I used to have a wide variety of different greens. That's a light cover, right? So, you can use any of the green fabric. I went to Amazon originally and just bought some of that green fabric. Now, the one thing I found about that green is that it was too dark. It was really dank, and that's not fun to use. It doesn't seem to blend the way you want it to. So now when we're coming here, remember we talked about the creases. This is really going to be hard Because the other thing you don't want when you put these together like this is you don't want to have a shadow on this join line, right? You just don't want to do it. Like, because this is going to have some shadow on it. These are staples. I used staples at one point. It's all about thinking outside the box. Just how can you make this the best? Now I'm going to have to do some snipping over here for myself, but I'm not going to do that while you guys are on there. Like I said, I cut this stuff like crazy. So hopefully, yeah, you can see me. So I'm just going to put that around. I know I'm like a heavy breather, I guess. That's what my wife tells me, but I'm focused. I'm working. I don't care about my breath right now. Okay, so here we are, rolling it down, right? Nice little green screen. So remember, we gotta be tight, right? We don't want wrinkles. And then what we're gonna end up with right here is you can kind of see how it's, right? It's nice. Now I got a big crevice down here, but that's okay because I'm gonna fix it. Now I'm not gonna fasten the bottom just yet because I need to unplug those lights and stuff. I'm just gonna do the top. Now my problem is that I need to reverse that. So I don't know, maybe I'll do like a fast forward type play for this because the way I cut that was crooked. So we're gonna do it all over again. Now, like I said, I'm just using tacks. The setups that they give you from Amazon are actually pretty slick, but true story, everything's flimsy. I like the lights. I'm a real big fan of the lights I got. They've lasted me for like 6 years or something. So I guess because I'm still talking, I'm not doing a fast forward here, but the lights are really cool, and I'll show you guys those ones afterwards, and they're pretty cheap, so you know, you can always replace them if they go out. Okay, let's try that again. Don't fall on me, light. That would make for a great show, but not awesome. So down we go, right there. We're snug. We're gonna end up cutting it right off on this wall, so I don't much care. Now notice I have the blue tacks there because I'm an idiot, but I kind of know where I'm going with this stuff, right? I kind of have an idea where the video is going to be. So what I can see right here now is that I haven't pulled this side tight enough because of the bubbles I had. And those bubbles will come back to bite me in the ass in the editing. Somebody's calling me. I'm not really sure who that is. Hopefully it doesn't affect the video. But like I said, they'll come back and bite you in the ass if you have all these wrinkles, because what happens is when you separate the green, this shadow or the edge, this is going to be registered as a black color to the lens, right? So it's going to start pulling the black, or you'll have this big line across there, and you don't want to have that. So you've got to do the best you can. I mean, it's not going to be huge, and this is me so that I can do standing green screen videos too. If you just want to do seated ones, you just put it within a frame, but I want the whole wall because I'm kind of like that. Now again, a little blue one here, but where would I go? It's nice to actually have that camera up right now. It's helping me kind of do this. I've never actually used the camera when doing it before, so I'll just put that there. And then what I'll do is this side could probably be tighter, so I'll pull this down a little bit more, right, like that. So now that's part one. What I'm going to do is turn on the lighting is going to suck in the next one because I'm going to, first of all, it's getting really dark out in Vancouver right now. It's rain season. But I'm going to go through, finish this up, then I'm going to stand in front of the green screen and show you guys how to pull the backdrop out. But it's really simple, and the key is the lighting. Some people will try a green screen and they'll be like, whoa, this doesn't work, or it's all messed up, or something like that. And at the end of the day, the truth is, it's all about your lighting. Like, that was the hardest thing for me to understand. Now, sometimes I'm a little bright because I use the very bright white lights. So it's a little over the top white, but that's because I found that the orange light really messes with your contrast, and it kind of gives the green a weird hue so it doesn't pull out properly. Whereas if it's white light, it tends to pull out properly. Now, the other thing I just want to tell you, just before we get editing, is one of the problems I had was with my desk. and putting that inside the green screen, which I've probably pulled the green screen out right now. The desk is a shiny material, right? So if it's too close to the green screen, the white light reflects all the green off it. And I've had it with my computer, so it gets really grainy and hazy. So the thing is, you got to make sure that you're paying attention to how you can just put a little black top over top of your desk or anything shiny. Just kind of make sure that it's dull or it's out of the light or something like that. But anyways, I'm going to go in, I'm going to take the lights down. So it's going to be terrible quality video next, but I'm going to show you the lights that you use and the settings. And then I'll show you how you just quickly pull that out inside Camtasia. Not Camtasia, well, Camtasia for Windows users. But for us Macs, ScreenFlow. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then that's what you got to know how to do, because the green screen is actually quite easy, but the important part is making sure that you set it up properly. Because if you don't set it up properly, you're going to have a real tough time and you're going to not know what's going on. So once I show you the lights, I'm going to set the lights up there. I'm going to do some talking, and then we'll remove that portion of the green from me. So probably actually not pulling the green out, because right now I'm looking at it and it's not a good idea. It's not going to work. It's not going to fire. So we're going to jump in there now. I'm going to stop this video here. I'm going to pull the lights over and show you exactly what they are, and then I'm going to finish and trim up my green screen so it's like the way I want it, so I don't have any more work to do. But I'll come back in another part of this video in 1 second. Woo! All right, so this is a quick video part for the lights. It's not a big deal, guys. I don't know why it says Canadian Studio. Maybe it was Amazon.ca. The cool part I like about these particular lights is that they're pretty heavy duty, right? I think they cost a little more, like $125 or something. But it does, again, it comes with the whole green screen setup. But they have fuses, so when they get burnt out, you can just kind of fix the light, or if you drop it or something, it's probably just the fuse. Now the Velcro, you'll see, it comes with a little damper for the screen, which you can use. I've kind of taken it off, but it comes with these 4 big-ass lights. And I think each one comes with 4 lights, like 4 actual lights and stands. And these stands are really cool and convenient because you can like put cameras on it, you can use them to hold up curtains, you can use them to do anything, and they just slide up and down like really cool. So it's actually a big value bundle. So these lights are important. Now, when we set the lights up, what we want to do, okay, so I'm going to try and show you this, is I want to have 2 lights, right? Actually, you know what? I'm going to go and flip this around and then continue on. All right, guys, so this is the other part of the video where we talk about the lights. Now, I'm going to set the lights up here in a kind of chill way because I haven't fully played with them yet in this area. But let me just drop this down. What we want to do is we want to have 2 lights, okay? One for your face and one that's kind of making the screen, but at the same time, I've found if you don't have that luxury, you don't have that opportunity, what you want to do is you want to just make sure that you have 2 lights that are fully making the green bright. And I'll show you the difference, oh maybe I should plug it in, between the color of the green in just a second here when I set it up to show you the green screen. But now what you'll notice is we've got 1 light there, and then I'm going to bring this other light over like so, right? And we got a nice bright ass green. So this is what it looks like. This is how we're setting it up. And it doesn't need to, like, it's just got to be clear. And I'll show you. So, like, I'll go and actually stand in there. But the important part is that you have lots of light and you got your light covered, because without the light, you're screwed. Let's show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see, now we're on the green screen. Now, as you can see, before I take away the green, there's a little bit of shadow here behind me. That's my shadow, right? And that's kind of one of the reasons why I'd like to get a little bit more out there, but it's not a big deal. I found a way to kind of work around that in editing because I don't have a big studio. You know, I've got a regular place, you know, normal place. So the one thing I did, you can't see, is I left some green actually on the bottom. I didn't cut it flush with the floor. And the reason I did that is because when I want to take like some crazy pose shots for thumbnails and stuff, I can actually stand right on it and then make it look like I'm standing somewhere else. So I left that there. Keep that in mind with your green stuff. So I'm gonna just, you know what, I'll show you the difference between the green with the lights and without, right? So you saw how it was there. I'm gonna take these off, shut it off right now. And this is what I'm talking about, right? So I have orange lights up there so you can kind of catch the hue of the orange light. And that's not what we want. We don't want that because it creates a different color green and it's not pulling a big bright green. And the problem is, you can see behind me on the green that some of the color kind of matches the color of my skin, which doesn't work out for me. So we got to make sure that we fix that and we have the lights on. So I'll pull the green out right now and it kind of looks a little bit dodgy and hazy, or maybe I screwed up and it doesn't. But what I have found is these lights are super important to doing it. So now I'm going to jump in the computer, show you how to edit this really quick and easy, and then boom, we're going to be done. All right, guys, so this is the portion of the video where we're going to end it off, and I'm just going to show you how to quickly pull some stuff out. Now, I really wanted to have this black shiny. You see how green it is on there? Pay attention to that because these are things you need to watch, otherwise you're going to have super distorted videos. And let's just pick a more awkward face if we can. Let's go with there. Okay, so I got a lot of shadow in back here, so I'm going to show you guys. You just select the clip, and then you come over here, and let me take that off for a sec because that's important to show you later. So now what we do is we're going to select video filters, and the cool part about this is chroma key is right there. You just select add, and it's going to pull the green out. Now, what you can do, you see how you're kind of all messed up and stuff there, is what you can do is you can play with your tolerance levels. So for me right there, that's good. Now I want to show you something here because this is totally unacceptable, seeing yourself like this. But what you want to do is you just come into drop shadow and you see how you instantly become darker? You select on that, you take the offset off, and then you just put full opacity. So like you can play that now and it's not going to be so bad. But the further away you get from the wall and creating a shadow for yourself, the better off you're going to be. Okay, so notice here, like watch that little chair. Keep that in mind with your green stuff, right? Totally unacceptable, so make sure that you're hiding that. Now, the other thing you want to do is I just want to show you some cool stuff you can do with this, right? So this is a logo for a new launch I have coming up, so I'm just going to use that right here. But one of the things you can do is you can play with this as well, and this is how you can get really cool stuff going on. We're going to drop shadow on this so we can see it. We're going to put like blue on there, let's say, and then we're going to take the offset. We're going to make opacity really heavy, and then we're going to go up here, right? So look at that. So now I got a really cool little backdrop, and if you do like a YouTube channel or something, you can always kind of like have this up in the background. But that's how you're going to create a green screen video. You can play with it, you can have fun with it, and guys, if you're in Camtasia, which I used to use Camtasia, same kind of stuff. I forget exactly what it is, but that's how you're going to go and create a green screen video. Now, I know it was kind of long and in-depth and showed you a bunch of stuff that you didn't really need to have, but that's cool. So, oh, one more thing I'll just show you right here. We're going to crop this puppy, which I've already done on the one side because too much is there, but we just pull that over like that. Boom. And then I don't really like the chair being there either, so we're going to get that out of there. And then we can stretch that out a little bit, right? Perfect. Now we can move this around and it's like we're perfectly where we want to be. So see, look, here's one of those blue puppies, right? Blue puppies. That's one of the blue tacks we talked about. So that's it. That's how you create a green screen video. If you got any issues at all or any questions at all, just hit me up in the comment section and I'll ask you. Oh, one more thing here. Sometimes because the whites are so light, you kind of start to look pretty pale. And if that's the case, all you got to come in here is just touch your saturation a bit. Don't go ridiculous. You can play with the brightness of yourself. You can bring yourself down in color. You can do lots of cool stuff here. But we want to actually look like, you know, we have a bit of a tan, but we don't want to be too crazy about it. And then contrast is a real big one that you can play with and do kind of cool stuff with. But be careful if you play with that too much, because what happens is sometimes you're going to have to work with your video filter a little bit. But yeah, just play with that stuff. Have a good time. And again, if you have any questions at all, just ask in the comments. But make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell and then help me out with a little like on the video. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching. And if you want to know anything else, just let me know if you want to see special videos. Later.